And a happy Sunday, a very active afternoon on both sides of the lake with so many rain chances across our area. So want to start with the amount of rain that we've seen fall over just the last couple of hours, somewhere between 2 and 4 inches in most spots. But that was a quick time frame for this much rain to fall, especially on the south shore. So we continue to see a couple of higher amounts in a few other places down towards the coastline, and want to give you an idea of the radar picture at the moment. You'll notice most of the spots that we're dealing with these flash flood concerns are now starting to dry out a little bit more, so some good news there. Otherwise, our heaviest downpours are a little bit further west, starting to move south of Thibodaux and then also eventually south of Morgan City. So we'll continue with the North Shore improving as far as heavy rain tapering off into the next couple of hours. Same thing along the Mississippi Gulf Coast and many of our roadways that are traveled significantly, especially on a day like this on the backside of the 4th. We continue to see Grand Isle also getting some heavy storms at the moment. Galliano down towards Leeville, mostly dealing with a lot of lightning at this point and visibility limitations. So if you do have to travel in the next couple of hours, please just be aware of these areas. We're starting to dry out a little bit more in the metro. New Orleans proper definitely getting a good bit of rain earlier. We'll start to watch these warning boxes go away as we approach the next hour. So some good news there. Overall, again, those rainfall amounts, depending on where you were watching with us, were somewhere between 2 and 4 inches in most locations. So we'll continue to see less of a severe concern looking to the rest of your night tonight. Our severe threat was primarily on the Mississippi Gulf Coast and North Shore, but again, a lot of people traveling along I-10, I-12, and all of our local bridges coming back into the city from the big weekend away. So our flood risk is mostly on the downside as we approach the next couple of hours. We only had that low end level 1 out of 4 flood risk, and tomorrow it looks like our flood risk will also be a little bit lower, concentrated more so in the northern portion of the state. Tuesday, not showing as much of a concern for any flooding. You'll notice many spots now starting to dry out, but it's still gloomy out there. And this rain, of course, helped with our temperatures significantly. So always the positive of these storms. We need the rain, and it brings our temperatures down out of the feels like temperature range of 100. Right now, most spots are in the 70s because of all the storms we saw. We're a little bit warmer off towards Biloxi and Gulfport in the mid and upper 80s, but our feels like temperatures close to actual temperatures in most locations as well. So we'll continue with those numbers on the way up a little bit more as we get into the early morning, of course, mostly in the 70s, I think, for the rest of today and tonight. Our weather impacts for the next week are going to be your traditional themes of heat and humidity, and then the rain chances, which could result in additional 1 to 3 inches in many locations. So we'll bring you through the rest of the evening. The model's just a little bit slow on many of these downpours that are already moving through right now at 5:45, and then we'll dry out and head into tomorrow with another round of potential storms into the afternoon. I think we'll stay mostly dry for the morning and have our usual pop-up thunderstorms as we get into the peak of daytime heating with more widespread coverage between about noon and 4 o'clock. And then we'll head into your evening with mostly quiet conditions and hit the reset for Tuesday. We were under the influence of significant high pressure last week. Now we're sort of in between 2 different ridges of high pressure. So that's how we're able to get those storm chances firing off, but it's still going to be extremely hot when it's not raining. So we'll see our chances drop from about 60% tomorrow to 40 or 30% through the rest of the week, and then we'll bring them up again for next Sunday. Right now, no concerns in the tropics. It's nice and quiet, and we've got a lot of Saharan dust, so you can expect our temperatures to be right around 92 or 94. Of course, the higher those rain chances, the lower our temperatures will be. Here's your 7-day forecast as we head into the next week.